Good morning. Happy Sunday. Oh my gosh. So it's the day before my birthday. So mark your calendars. Remember, the best gift of a January birthday is to subscribe to this channel. I'm going to talk about what the thighs are doing in single leg kick. Like, are they resting on the mat? Are they lifting up? We'll get into that in just a second. I wanted to say, I'm so excited for all of you who are coming to our retreat, who took advantage of the early bird. Oh my gosh, we're like 2/3 full on this retreat. So I'm super excited. It's in October. If you want to come on the retreat, there's still a few spots left. crowsnestretreats.com. We do 5 mat Pilates classes. We do breath work. We do these wonderful workshops that help us manifest and envision and really create the life we want to live when we get back home from the retreat. And so you can go to crowsnestretreats.com to get more information. Get on a call with us, snag your spot. We're going this October. And if you're like, oh, I can't do this year, I'm going to do next year, well, then go to the website anyway so you can connect with our team so you can be on the list for that and that you can get more information about that when we have it. I also am really excited that my birthday is tomorrow. This week in particular, I'm actually doing at the gym. I'm actually finding out my 3 rep maxes. So it's kind of fun that on my birthday week, I'm also finding out how strong I got in the last year. And Pilates, we don't have like a 3 rep max, but we do have a 1 rep max, 1 rep mat, right? And at OPC, we like to do these flow classes each quarter where you just like do the flow of the exercise and there's no theme, there's no particular thing you're working on, but that you're just seeing what your body remembers, what your body needs, what props you still need and tools you still need to make an exercise more aligned with what your body can do at that time, right? And so I encourage you to do that from time to time. I think sometimes we're a little obsessed on like one thing and we don't realize that we've improved in our practice over here or in this exercise or on a piece of equipment. So if you want help with that, like I hope you come check us out at onlinepilatesclasses.com. We really do love to help you improve that. And I think birthdays are a really good time just to reflect upon the year that you've had, the person that you have become, what you want to edit or change. Like I'm not into the new year, new you, but I am into like birthday reflection times. And so what I'm super excited about as we go into this next year of my life, it's all about me, is that we have some big goals at OPC and at Profitable Pilates, which is my business coaching platform for Pilates instructors. And our desire to impact and have more bodies doing Pilates has not changed. In fact, we've deepened it. We've gotten even more clear. We're making adjustments to our tech stack to make it easier for our members to have access to doing more Pilates, but also for our Pilates coaching teachers to be able to impact and teach more people because the world needs more mind-body connection. I think we can all agree on that. So thank you for being here. Let's talk about the single leg kick. So the single leg kick on the mat, let's just look at it. The legs are straight and you'll read that they need to be together. That is not actually as important as the exercise, what they're doing in the exercise. And so when you kick, 2 kicks towards the seat, push the foot down, 2 kicks towards the seat, push the foot down. That's important. If I see a kick and a dump into the back, I'm being dramatic, even a little one is not okay, then we're actually letting go of the connection in our body to do the kick. So I think some people get obsessed with the kick size versus what the kick is doing. So, oh, okay. Brad was like, do this. And I'm like, I'm not a mind. So what I don't want to see is the lower back dump, right? When I kick, I need to see the lower back stay wherever it was, right? Whatever your body looks like doing this, it doesn't change. In fact, from the tailbone to the crown of the head, I shouldn't see any actual movement. I should just see hamstrings and glutes turn on. So the question was, where is the thigh? Is it on the mat? Well, depends on the shape of your thigh. Because I can tell you when my legs are straight, my knees don't touch the mat. But I've taught many a person when their legs are straight, their knees do touch the mat. So my quads are touching the mat for sure. And when I kick, whatever was touching the mat stays touching the mat. So I don't get less. I don't lift my knee to kick my leg, and I don't drop my knee to kick my leg. So I know you're like, Lesley, but what is it? The answer is how you started in an active state with hamstrings, glutes, stomach muscles on. All that has to stay as I kick. You can see the difference. When my thigh stays where I started, you get more hamstring and glute. If my thigh drops, you can see it's less. The other thing we don't want is the knees to splay out. If you have tight hip flexors, tight quads, the knees will splay out. And so in those cases, I like to give people, Balanced Body makes an aligner, right? Or like a ball or a block. I like to put that between the knees. Not necessarily narrow, could be on the thicker side, whatever they need, so they can hug it as they kick, right? Because that way, let's see. If I set up and then I keep my knee hugging into that prop, it gets me a deeper stretch if I'm someone whose tightness is avoiding the stretch. All right. There are some people who teach single leg kick where the legs are levitating off of the mat. I have seen that. I've seen it in the classical world. And I will say that is a very advanced way of doing this exercise. So they look like this. Their legs are hovering, kick. Oh my gosh. And for me, I find that really difficult to not dump into my lower back right now where my practice is. Also, because of my hypermobility, my calves like to get more involved in that exercise, and I don't want the calves to do that exercise. So what I would recommend is, how can you get your legs active and then continue to be active in the kick? In fact, deepen that activation without sacrificing the form and the rest of the body. So that single leg kick is my favorite though. You should never skip it. If you have to, like if you can't be an extension, you can be here and still get everything in that hamstring and glute and still working the stomach away from gravity. So there's always an option. What do we think, babe? Yeah, loving it. So I'll just say at OPC, I never skip single leg kick. And if you have questions about the exercise for your body, you actually can film yourself doing your single leg kick, and you can get my feedback on your single leg kick. Because what I often see is people focused and then they start kicking, their head goes down. And Brad's asking, maybe someone asked this, what about the point and flex? So I was definitely taught in one of my trainings that is a point and flex. And then by the time I got to J, just pointed the whole time. Well, I don't teach the flex, although if you do it around me, I have no problems with it. I'll show you what it looks like. I personally don't love it. So it's a kick, flex. The reason I don't love it is this one, I feel in my calf. I do not feel it as much in my hamstring and glute. And because I'm a hypermobile person who stands in the back of their knees and hangs out in their calves, like it's not of interest to me to activate my calves more than I already do. And also, I find like this exercise is prepping us for, right? Prepping us for tomorrow's swan. Tomorrow's swan is what? Pointed. Okay. It's prepping us for what's coming later, which is rocking. See how my thighs have to work in rocking. Rocking is not like this. Feet are pointed. So I just kind of think about like, sometimes we get obsessed with the choreography and we're not really understanding like what it's doing. It is quite possible that when that point and flex was given to someone, it was for that person, for maybe what they needed. It's possible like Joe taught thigh stretch like this with the feet down. Guess what? He also teaches thigh stretch like this with the toes tucked. So then which one do you do? And for me, if you have access to a reformer, then on the mat, I think you should do thigh stretch with the toes, with the feet flat. Why? Because in life, we have to stretch this part of our shins. And if I teach you this one, then, and you only have access to the mat, then you never get this stretch. So for me, it's kind of like, what does your body need? And this is where it gets complicated, because everybody wants there to be a perfect right answer. And they want everybody to just do it perfectly all of the time. And this is why I do believe that your Pilates practice trains you for life. There are exercises that are right for your body today. There are exercises that will be right for your body at some point as you ready yourself. There are exercises that your body could do, but you don't need. And there are exercises that are never going to be for you. And instead of going, oh, we should just get rid of those exercises because they're never going to be good for me. No, those exercises exist for the people that they're for. and we should know them and we should understand them, especially the teachers watching, not the clients. You can enjoy not knowing them, but teachers like know them and explore them and know who they're for. So when you need to use them, you have them. But like focus on what does the body, my body, or the body I'm teaching actually need right now. And in that choreography that I know, am I getting what I want? If I'm not getting what I want, then doing choreography might look pretty. It might take up some time in my day, but it's not affecting my life. And I think in life, we already go through the motion so much. Our Pilates practice is this moment in time where we get to be in motion and like focus on like, where am I feeling this? Am I feeling this? What does my body need? And not be so performative, right? It's complicated, but I really like single leg kick. I like the foot pointed. I like how it is such a body exercise. And I promise you that the strength and flexibility that single leg kick gives you is going to actually benefit you in your life, no matter what you're doing, whether you are taking your kids to school or going to the grocery store and grabbing a big, heavy bag of dog food off the bottom shelf, or out there protesting right now. You need to have strong, flexible hamstrings, strong, flexible quads. You need the balance so you can go out there and do the things you care about. You just do. Thank you so much. I'll see you next Sunday. Oh, and it is my birthday. So here's what you can do for me. Make sure you're in your friends or subscribe to this channel. I would love to see a huge subscription number this week, my birthday week, as a gift. That's all I'm asking for. Thanks so much. Have an amazing day.